Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the tactics talk and the further adventures of three marking with Diablo and his T832, the Terminator. The Terminator, T32 version thing. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's just Terminator style. Look at this. He's got it two marked already. But does seem to have a different kind of marking thing going on right there than the stars. Did not know that. All right. A bespoke mark, it would appear, on the barrel. And this is his three-mark game, my friends. Big game. All tier 8s, it appears. Lots of TDs. There are a couple wheelies in terms of scouts. Looks like one team has a Barask. Both teams have a Barask. So he just drives right up and shoots a guy on the side and comes up with nothing. I don't suspect there's going to be a whole lot of that. There's no artillery based on the numbers that he gets. There's no artillery, so he's picked up a really nice spot for a T832. Oh, look out, Mr. Wheelie guy. I don't know how that hit. I really don't know. He was aiming straight at that guy, but he hit it. There you go. Could be a combination of dispersion, RNG, even though that's not exactly the same thing, and potentially, what is it? Velocity, shell velocity, coming out of the cannon. But he's taken two shots and come away with nothing. That's interesting. I'm telling you, it's not gonna. That's not gonna hold. That will not hold, my friends. This is a big game, like I said. It's a really high XP result out of this thing. There are wheelie tanks, but generally they're not the kind like, say, in ELC, they're going to sit in the bush. So they're raging around the two wheelie tanks right now, losing hit points rapidly. And there is limited utility to surfing on a game that doesn't have artillery. So these guys are raging around, surfing on the edge. And yeah, you might catch somebody out, and one of your snippers in the back might shoot a turret or something, or a KV-5 might lose his mind and just attack. Which, okay, alright, that was one way to do it. But the utility of the wheeled tanks surfing the middle ridge here is lower without artillery. I hate to say it, that's just the way it is. And Diablo is being really careful about how he pokes up here. So very strong turret on this thing, but obviously there's multiple axes of shots, so he doesn't want to just pop up over there and have somebody shoot him in the side of the turret. He wants to do that when he has a shot or suspects he might get a shot. So he's being very careful right now about how he's poking. There goes the Lynx. Look out, Lynx. There you go. Nice job avoiding Diablo so he doesn't run into him and stop. Got a couple guys in the 5-6 line. Diablo has a couple guys there. There's some dudes up on the hill, and it looks like the hill is starting to win. So here goes Diablo over there. He's got the mine going on with the old seagull voice there. And he's looking for some shots potentially on the guys on the back edge. This tank does really well right here. No kidding, look at this. Just comes right up and over. Nice gun depression and kills the 122. So we get some damage, we've got some assist, and we're off to the races. If he's not threatened too much by the hill, this is a great spot for him because you can poke up and over and shoot guys hold down right here. But there does appear to be, I guess, a stirve is what that is based on the S. Yeah, that must be. The Oho dies. And we're looking again at 340 damage and only 303. I said, yep, there's a stirve, so maybe we can just hurt him. There we go. Nice patience on the shot. Lets it zoom all the way in. This guy's trying to get away. Oh, man. I thought that was going to hit. Barask is moving up. Looks like the 1-2 line might be a little bit threatened. Nice. Must be good shell velocity. I haven't paid attention to it, but my goodness, he was more or less aiming right at that guy. He wasn't moving too fast, though, left or right at the moment. And it wasn't really a super long range shot right there. But his team is losing pretty well, actually. 4-6 right now. And down some hit points, at least as far as he can tell. And the 1-2 line has more or less collapsed. Takes a big hit from the T103. One of the two T103. So the T103 is over on that edge along with the Stirve. Barask dies. That was a good kill. Ferdinand got the Barask. Still a stack of guys on the 5-6 line he's got to deal with, and really he's the only guy here. So if we just kind of take a look at the situation as we have it given to us here, this is not great. We have a T-44 is really the only thing keeping the 1-2 line from collapsing. The good news is these are a lot of TDs. And we know the Stirves over here. We know the 103 is on the 0 column. We have another 103 on the 5.6, or at least he was. Which really leaves maybe the Vipera, a couple 30s. The 40T's back here on the ramp. The Astron's taking some hits. He's over there, it looks like. So not too many left to push over there. So while it looks bad in terms of Diablo's team, the other team's not in great shape either. And most of their team seems to either be... Oh, this will be nice. Little shot on his turret right there. Either on the 5-6 line or trying to take on the hill. Of course, they're probably watching that going, oh, the hill's starting to have problems. Nice patience, well aimed, unfortunately missed. So the 101 and the other 103 are still over here. Diablo's going to shoot right up underneath the gun and just puts a shot into him. Gets the assist as well. Very nicely done. And then this guy shows his hatch, but unfortunately no shot. Oh, geez. 40T comes in and says, I want to massacre this 832, but has run out of shots, so... You gotta like the YOLO in the guy. So he's still back there, still dealing with that guy. There we go. Diablo saves the 30 from any further damage. I'm not really sure what that guy's plan was. Didn't look like he had enough shells to kill either one of them. Maybe he shifted and started shooting the 30. I'd have to back up and look, but doesn't matter, he's dead. We've got 1,890 damage, 1,656 assist. And I think this is where we're going to start getting serious about the damage and assist on this game. Pretty much all out of lights. Well, definitely all out of lights. A few mediums left. Diablo's got an M40 or a T44. Or did he die? No, he's out there somewhere. Where'd that guy go? Oh, he's right there with him now. So we've almost completely abandoned the 1-2 line. The T103's back there. There's one of the enemy Furties wandering around. Diablo's Furty's getting tore up. So the guys up on the hill are still holding on, unfortunately. T-44 moves up to maybe take a look and see if there's something trying to work the 1-2 line. He has to be very careful because he's a one-shot. Diablo is probably making a decision on whether he needs to stay on the 5-6 or maybe wander over this way and see what he can find. So he's on the move. There is a guy sitting on cap. That's not fantastic. My problem with people getting on cap, well, there's many problems I have with people getting on cap, but in particular on this game itself. Look at this 6x6 is falling over. How did that happen? Missed that. I'm not sure how that happened. Is their gun is basically not in the game. Alright, we take a nice hit off the 30. Maybe the 103 gets a shot. Okay, he slaps him hard. Looking for one more shot on just the... Oh, very nice. Just tracks that 4 or 5 pixel thick section of the side. Where is this Astron? So while you're sitting on cap, generally you're not doing much of anything else. Now this is a little bit risky. I mean, it's not horrible big. Oh my gosh, there's another 30. Looks like he's got the stock gun on there, from what I can tell. And he's about to get sandwiched. He did get hit by the Vipera as well. I think he's going to look to try to kill this dude off if he can. Nicely done. Oh man, left him 4 hit points. Is he going to get pushed by the 30 behind him? No, because that guy's dead. The 103 just killed him. Very nice. Shoots into that kind of upper plate flat piece, I guess. Very nice. I actually don't know if that is thinner than the upper superstructure. Maybe it is, because twice he went after that and not the upper superstructure. So maybe that's a thinner piece. I'll have to go look at that. Bounces the Vipera. That's good SA. Now that's interesting because the direction that came from. Either he is so far back here that it was outside of spotting distance, or he's somehow 15 feet in these bushes, and it might be that he's just on the back edge behind these two, because there's kind of 2 rows right here. There's that bush and that bush, so maybe interesting. I'm not sure where he is. Let's see if we find this guy a little bit later and see where no kidding he is. Very curious where the Astron Rex went. He has not made an appearance, so has he repositioned, or did he fall so far back that he could not support the 2 Ferdinands? I'll spit it out here in a minute. Diablo is clicking on a few spots, trying to me see what's going. Did he get lit by the Vipera right there? That makes me feel like maybe the Vipera is further back. Seems he would have been lit by him if he was in those bushes that close. So he's asking the 103 to kind of move up and maybe figure out what's going on. The guy's up on the deck. Is he up on the road? No, he's on the side. Okay, that's good. I thought he was actually coming down the road, but he's on the back edge. There we go. Oh, man, we got a dead tank in the way. He can't stay there too long because he was giving side turret to everybody back there. And down goes Mr. Caparino. One of the two. Good news is the other ISU killed off the Basante, and then the Sturv killed off the ISU. We had a saying, merges are where dead men kill dead men. Which is to say, if you're seen, you're probably going to be shot by somebody that's unseen. So try not to go to merges if you have other live guys around. Alright, so he did get spotted there. Somebody did see him. He's trying to support the 103. If he can bait a bad shot and bounce it off the turret, he might even help the 103 find the guy. Because once you fire, you lose camo. Maybe the 103 sees him because he is getting close. This is very interesting how far along the 103 has got. Well, where'd that guy go? Okay, there's the Astron. There's the Vipera. So, he was indeed way in the backpack there, just kind of sitting out in the open. That's one way to do it. Is this a bot? Not really sure what's going on right there. We've got 3,400 damage, maybe a little more. We've got 2,500 and some change. Diablo's going to push in. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We got to get some cover. We have 2 auto-loaders. This is no bueno. Is the Vipera out of... Oh, we take one more hit. The Astron is on fire, but he lives with 10 hit points. Oh, no. Is he actually going to push and try to kill? Maybe. He's got a hatch. Who's going to reload in time? The 103. Alright, they got the one. They got the... No, the Vipera's still alive. Why is the 103 not getting this dude? What is happening, bro? Oh, no. Alright, there he goes. Now he's pushing in. Is that Vipera really going to be sitting on cap? That feels like a bot, maybe. But he's not seen. How is this even possible? The guy is right there. You gotta love these big games. It's always something on these big games. Something goofy. That's a bot, dude. It hasn't moved. That thing has not... It's even in the same configuration in terms of its angle. It fired. Takes a hit. That has to be a bot. Mark the tapes, my friends. Where are we looking? The Vipera. Nikita 2003. Alright. 2 guys left. Where is this silly Astron? There he is. Oh, very tricky. He almost got our hero with that little trickster. 3,483, probably a little bit more. 3,451 assists, so he actually got the assist off the Astron, it looks like. Yep, the last 10 hit points off of him, plus some earlier. Now we're pushing in against the Sturv. We've got a Su-130 up there. Now, how many hit points does this Su-130 have? And why has he not pushed in and killed the Sturv? Maybe he's a one-shot. Let's find out. As soon as we get within draw distance of this guy, we'll adjust. There we go. So it adjusted his hit points down to probably a one-shot. Just wait, Su. He's done that all game. All right. Is he still in that bush? I think the Su might be able to take the hit. I guess it's probably 400. There he is. Boom. Very nice. 5 kills. I believe over 4,000 damage. We'll take a look at the cards in a minute. 3,451 with the assist. That's a great setup for an 832. Proc with not too many scouts. The 2 scouts there were are wheeled tanks who generally run around like sprayed roaches. Both of them basically died early. No artillery, so while he's working all that hold down spotting that he did, he's not getting bombarded by artillery constantly. Almost got ganked by a near-dead Astron and a bot Vipera. That was interesting. When I saw the angle, the Vipera shot from him, I'm like, that is a very strange position, actually. for somebody to be sitting in a TV, and it was still on the spawn point 1 at the same angle I believe it spawned in at. Maybe it shifted some to shoot earlier or something, but it was still sitting there. So I'm really suspecting we have a bot there on old Nikita 2003. I'm going to go check that out. But thanks for sending that in, Diablo. Very well played. That was his 3-mark game, by the way. You'll see the cards in just a minute. Congrats on that 3-mark. Pretty dang good tank, and very nice on all the patience, the shots he selects. As usual, high quality gameplay. That's all I've got. We will see ya.